Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your boy Deluxman's Lucha Underground Season 3, Episode 19. Review, mid-season finale, and of course, the first half of Season 3 full review and discussion video live stream here on YouTube, because you know how we do it in Deluxman's world. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live, and I am excited to talk about Lucha Underground. So, backstory to this stream. Originally, this was going to be recorded, and I had it all recorded out, and I was a dumbass and left my laptop fan running and lots of crazy background noises, and the sound was awful. On top of that, I forgot a lot of names, left out a ton of storylines. The overall video was horrible, and I refused to upload it. So, lucky for you, I'm going live, and I have a script this time, so I won't be going off. I will not forget anybody. I will not forget any storylines. I am going exactly by the script. I will nail this video. Whether I have to use a script or not, Lucha Underground deserves my full attention. It deserves to have the right kind of video, the right kind of praise, the right kind of approval from your boy Deluxman. And I will happily say Lucha Underground Season 3 was a success. I will say, I think Season 3 is the best one so far. It's only halfway through, but I believe this season is better than the first season and the second season already, and it's not even done yet. I heard that the last season, the last part of this season, is the craziest it's ever going to get. There are tons of wacky, out of this world storylines, feuds, wrestling matches that are awaiting us. And if that's the case, if the second half of Season 3 is better than the first half, we are in for one hell of a ride. I can't wait for it. But I've been loving Lucha Underground since its inception. Still one of the premier wrestling shows in wrestling today. Absolutely. Changing the game. It changed the game in 2016. Wrestling companies like WWE, TNA, and other promotions have picked up on what this company is doing and using elements of it in their products. Now, nobody can do Lucha Underground like Lucha Underground, and they can try. They will not ever be able to top it. One of the best TV shows, let alone wrestling shows out there. And it bothers me that Lucha Underground doesn't get the respect that I think it deserves. This company is doing something different with the wrestling business. I get that it's not, how do I put this? It's not live event kind of wrestling. The whole, it should be realistic. It should have the real feel to it. However, what is wrong with doing something different? What is wrong with going outside that box? What is wrong with telling a story? What is wrong with doing basically the wrestling aspect for real? Because when you see the wrestling inside the ring, that is them wrestling for real. They're just adding the story elements outside of it, which I love. The aspect of death, the aspect of, you know, the pimps, the characters, the stories outside of it with Dario Cueto and Councilman Delgado and the gods, all of that, the tribes, all of it. You know, that's just dressing around a wrestling product. But apparently it's too out there. It's too much of a TV show to be considered wrestling now. I don't care. It's still a wrestling product to me. I'm still going to treat it like it is wrestling because that is what Lucha Underground is. It's changing the game in a different way. And before we get into the actual live review of the show, I do want to go ahead and do a quick review of episode 19 that premiered this past Wednesday. I do want to let you guys know, I know I haven't done a lot of Lucha Underground reviews this past year. Well, at least the last half of the year. And that is on me. For me, My life's been a little rough. It's been up and down. I've had a lot of things I need to take care of. I tried to leave, and I ended up coming back anyways. It was not the best time for me to be doing any kind of reviews. So I apologize for that. But I promise you this. Hear me when I say this. When Lucha Underground, the second half of season 3 returns, I will give a review of every single episode, every single Wednesday. I promise you that. You will not see me miss one episode. There will be a review for every single episode leading into Osma Lucha 3. Ladies and gentlemen, so many things to talk about, and I will not miss any more. That is my promise to you, the fans. That is my promise to Lucha Underground, the producers, and the people who watch my reviews. Because I know that the people are watching my stuff. By the way, thank you, Lucha Underground. Thank you so much for putting me in your Thanksgiving special, the marathon, where you pretty much reviewed all the great episodes, all the great matches of Lucha Underground. Thank you for that. Hopefully next year you do the same thing, because Lucha Underground isn't going anywhere. Go ahead and get to it, guys. It is time to talk about episode 19. And episode 19 was titled Gods Among Men. We kick things off with Dario Cueto and Councilman Lawrence Delgado sitting down and talking about their lord, a very powerful entity, a godlike being. And apparently the gauntlet, what Cage is wearing, the one they call Cage, the gauntlet that he won from that 5-on-5 series with Tejano, is what's gonna put the god, the Lord, in a cage. He is now the body. He is now what's being used to facilitate the Lord into the story. And we'll get more of that as time goes by. But El Dragon Azteca Jr. enters the fray, storms in, demands a match against the monster Matanza. And it's not just any match. It is a death match. A death match against the monster. And Cueto says, sure, he's yours, baby. He is yours. And that is how we kick things off. And wow, a freaking death match. That's insane. The moment I heard that, I was just, oof, here we go. Here we freaking go. On commentary, inside the tempo, we have Vampiro, who sends a message to Mil Muertes and tells him he will get his revenge. One way or another. Whenever, wherever, Vampiro will get his revenge. He's talking about Mil Muertes attacking him. I think it was last week, and making a statement, leaving a statement, because Undead Prince Puma, those of you who don't know, is back, and he is, I call him Undead Prince Puma because that's what he is. He's basically a zombie at this point. But he is under the control of Vampiro, and Prince Puma has made a claim to take out Mil Muertes for good. Can't wait to see where that goes next season. That's going to be crazy. First match we have is El Tejano taking on Joey Ryan, and he beats Joey Ryan in a pretty solid match with the help of Famous B and Brenda, who are dressed as cowboy and cowgirl and using a southern accent. I know it's from the South. Oh, Jesus. I don't know how I feel about the pairing of El Tejano, Brenda, and Famous B, but you know what? I'll see where it goes. I'm not someone to question how Lucha Underground does things. I'm excited about that. To beat Joey Ryan, El Tejano used a golden shoe horse given to him by Brenda, and uses it to beat Joey Ryan. Afterwards, Tejano shoves Famous B because he doesn't want his help, but he shows Brenda a lot of attention because he loves him some Brenda. Ain't that the truth? So let's see where this goes. Apparently, I don't know what's happened to Dr. Wagner. Maybe there's still a thing. Maybe Dr. Wagner Jr. and El Tejano might be a tag team, and Famous B and those two might go after the Trio Championships. We will see how that goes in the near future. Speaking of champions, Johnny Mundo, the Lucha Underground champion, world champion, whatever you want to say, comes out with his crew. Taya's not there, but it's Jack Evans and PJ Black. And he says he's accomplished more than anybody in Lucha Underground, which is true. He's won the Trio Championships. He's won the Gift of the Gods Championship, and now he's won the Lucha Underground Championship. He's the only one so far. Him and Phoenix are the only ones so far to win all the belts. which is really, really cool. But he's also beaten some of the best and fought some of the best. So he's accomplished a lot for Lucha Underground. And he did when nobody believed in him, except his crew. He beat all the greats and won all the titles, including the championship, the one that he's holding now. And this is his world. This is his Mundo. And he'll prove it when he beats the Mac all night long in the first episode, returning after the break. Mac comes out, you know, not very pleased that Johnny Mundo say that he'll beat him all night long. And I love that Johnny Mundo is just being the biggest douchebag to him, calling him fat, out of shape. You can't go all night long, you big, fat, pudgy man. And Mac comes out pissed off, stuns PJ Black and Evans, beats down security because Mundo's like, security, please, security. And here comes security, ladies and gentlemen, and he says he will beat Mundo all night long. Now, before I get into more detail with this, let me just start off by saying, John from Wow, you enjoy this, okay? I'm happy for you that you get to see your favorite wrestler hold the world championship, like I did for Daniel Bryan in 2014 when he won it at WrestleMania 30. John, you cherish this. You love it. I don't care what anybody says about Johnny Mundo. He had an amazing year, 2016. Not just in Lucha Underground, but in Lucha Cups and other promotions where he became a world champion. He is killing it. Mundo he had an amazing run in 2016, and he's having a great run here in 2017 so far. I hope it continues. But John, you enjoy this. Don't you let anybody tell you that you can't enjoy Johnny Mundo's work, because he's doing a fantastic job, a fabulous job. Speaking of Johnny Mundo, the stuff that he's doing with the crew, loved it this season. I think it's one of the best factions in wrestling. If I had one nitpick about this segment, it's a small one. Please forgive me. I don't hate the Mac. I think the Mac is an amazing talent. For a guy his size, for him to move like he does and do the things that he does is amazing. I don't like the Mac using the stunner. Sorry, don't get mad at me. Don't give me a hard time. I just think the Mac using the stunner is a complete waste of time. I just believe, and this is just what I believe. I don't know, man. I just honestly believe, and this is just my opinion, him using the stunner just doesn't fit him. I don't know. It was fine with him using it that one time against Cage, you know, in Ultima Lucha, the first one, Uno. And it was cool. You know, it was fun. It was a good moment. But I feel like it's become a part of his character, and I hate that. I hate that it's become a part of his character. I think he should have a unique finisher of his own. That's just it. You know, I shouldn't say hate. I don't like it. Hate is a bad word to use. I don't hate anything Lucha Underground does. But if I had a nitpick about Mac, I kind of wish he had an original, just a finisher for his own. Something that the Mac does and nobody else does. That's just my opinion. Does that make me a bad person? I hope not. But moving on. We have the debut of VENMO. VENMO, who is Agent Reyes or Cortez Castro. He is coming in under the mask of what his chief officer gave him. He is back to, you know, keep an eye on Dario Cueto, look into Joey Ryan and what he's doing. But, you know, VENMO, he got into some trouble here because he took on Cage from the 559. They call him Cage. I'm a machine. Love it. I love Cage. But the difference with this Cage is that he has the power of a god given to him by the gauntlet. He has no idea what's happening to him yet, but basically the gauntlet is giving him powers, making him more aggressive and a lot more dangerous. Cage destroys the newcomer VENMO, aka Agent Reyes. And man, he showed a lot of aggression in this match. It was a quick match. He pushed the referee because he was under the control of the gauntlet. And as time goes by, I can tell he's going to get more and more vicious and a lot more dangerous. But after the match, even after VENMO basically lost, here comes Sexy Star. Sexy Star comes out and assaults him, attacks him because he's wearing a spider mask. And those of you who don't know the story, Sexy Star has been stalked by a spider for the last, I think, maybe the last few months now. We don't know who's controlling the spider. We're just trying to figure out who it belongs to. And I'll be real with you. There are some times where the spider looks really good, and then there are times where the spider looks fake. I used to think it was deliberate that it looked that fake. No, I don't think it's deliberate. I do think it's just a fake, cheap spider. But again, nitpicks doesn't affect the quality of the show. But we'll see where that goes. I do think Sexy Star has a big storyline lined up for her Ultima Lucha Tres. I look forward to seeing who is behind the stalking of the spider. But it wasn't Veneno. Poor Agent Reyes. He just can't catch a break under the disguise of Veneno already. He's just having trouble. Speaking of not catching a break, Undead Prince Puma is training backstage. He's beating up a punching bag, and he's reflecting on the dark past that he went through. From his mentor, Conan, dying, being buried alive, to the death of him. He died by the hands of Mil Muertes, to him losing the Rey Mysterio, to him losing the Trios Championships, to him losing the World Championship. He gets to a point where it's just bothering him and it's torturing him. He has to grab his head. And then Catalina shows up, telling him he will be hunted by his demons more often since he crossed over into the spirit realm. And now we're really digging into the whole death aspect of things because him and Mil pretty much come from the same place now. Mil was dead and then he was resurrected, just like Prince Puma was dead and was resurrected by Vampiro. Both of them stake their claims at spilling the other's blood. Again, I look forward to seeing what happens when that clashes next season. The next half of season 3. And we finally get to the death match. The monster, Matanza Cueto versus El Dragon Azteca Jr. Man, what a match. Ooh, they beat the hell out of each other. Weapons, fists, just an all-out fight. I love this match all around. I love seeing Matanza just deadlift El Dragon Azteca up the stairs and just throw him around like he's nothing. Love the Hurricane Rana pretty much off the stairs. It was a spot where El Dragon Azteca did a Hurricane Rana on Matanza and he went flipping down the stairs. He stopped himself by grabbing the rails, but it looked really cool. There are other spots in there that at this moment I can't remember because it was Wednesday, but I just remember it being a good match. I do remember my favorite spot, and we'll get to that in a second. So, El Dragon Azteca Jr. has been beaten down. Matanza grabs him by the throat, takes him over to the bleachers, and you're looking at this, and you're thinking he's going to choke slam him on the bleachers because he threw the crowd out the way, which was crazy. And I'm sitting there going, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. No, it hurt. Not only did he choke slam him on the bleachers, he picks him up and slams him through the bleachers. And I lost my mind. You should have been in the room with me. And I might need to start doing live reactions for the show because when he choke slammed him through those bleachers, I was like, oh my God. It looked like it killed him. I was like, he's dead. El Dragon Azteca Jr. is dead. That's a shame. That's a real shame. But, we'll see where it goes because afterwards, Rey Mysterio came out to make the save. And I love that Matanza went crazy when he saw Rey Mysterio. Like, he sees blood. He started attacking the fans. Like, he was attacking the fans around him to get to Rey Mysterio. And they brawl a little bit. And then Rey Mysterio back body drops Matanza through the roof of Dario Cueto's office. And Dario Cueto, first off, amazing moment, but Dario Cueto goes crazy. Out of my arena, my temple. He throws people out the temple. And basically that's how we ended because there are no people in the temple anymore. So that's a good place to cut off the first half of season 3, which I like. But he throws people out the temple, and we end the show with a cinematic showing Melissa Santos outside celebrating with fans, giving them hugs, taking pictures. And we see Marty the Moth stalking her in the darkness. Marty the Moth Martinez has had a thing for Melissa Santos all season. And so you're thinking, oh God, run, Melissa, run. And then Marty gets abducted. A mask goes over his face and he gets abducted by somebody. He wakes up. tied in the same ropes in the exact same basement that he put Sexy Star in at the end of season 1. And you see Mariposa. Now, those of you who don't know the story behind these guys, Marty attacked Mariposa last week. And so Mariposa is looking at her brother like, okay, you know what? You got my attention. She slaps him and walks away, and Marty just starts laughing and biting the ropes and just having a good old time. And it's funny to me because, first off, you don't really know if he was scared or if he was actually enjoying it, because Marty is a crazy son of a bitch. He's one of the best psycho wrestling characters I've seen written in wrestling in a while. And he's just laughing, biting the ropes, just going crazy, grabbing his hair. Well, he can't grab any hair, but he's doing like the crazy twitch, that stuff. And I love it. You don't know if he's enjoying it or if he's scared, but that's just Marty. So that's going to be something crazy next season, brother versus sister. And that's how we end it. We ended on a high note, and I'm just like, damn it. I have to wait an entire 5 months because it doesn't return until it's that summer 2017. So no date really. I'm going to assume May. I don't hope it's June, and I don't hope it's July. It should return in May. May is where it should return, but we'll see. There's no return date yet. I'll tell you what, man, this season's been crazy. Let's discuss some of the wrestlers we've seen this season. Aerostar, Drago, and Phoenix are currently your trios champions. How long they will stay trios champions, we don't know, because they're currently in a feud with Cobra Moon's Snake Triad, the Snake Tribe. And she is a queen, apparently. She is the queen of the entire tribe, which is very crazy. I'm trying to see here. It was Vendar. And is it Pendar or Vendar? Never mind. It's Pendar. There we go. Pendar and Vibora. Vibora is and Pendar are the they're the people that work with Cobra Moon. And Pendar is a tall bastard. He's the tall guy, basically. Taker, Lucha Underground's version of Taker, and he is a monster among men. God among men, monster among men. He is crazy. What's his name? Who's called monster among men? There's somebody. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Is it Braun Strowman called the monster among men on Raw? So I guess I can't call him that. But apparently Drago used to work for Cobra Moon, and she wants him back. So we'll see where that goes. She kidnapped him, and she's trying to take control over him. We'll see what happens with that. But we also have Angelico, who came back to get revenge on Worldwide Underground and Johnny Mundo, who injured him last season. Can't forget about that. He wants his revenge. Apparently, he's being kept out of the tempo because of Johnny Mundo's lawyers. But we also have to remember that Angelico got injured around this time, so he'll be gone for a while, a long while. We already talked about Cage, the man they call Cage, who is currently being controlled by the gods, with the gauntlet, or the Lord, excuse me. We'll see where that one leads. But he had an amazing 5-on-5 series with El Tejano. I love the last match was the best one, but I loved all 5 matches. That was done very well. And I look forward to seeing where that goes. You know who else I like what's going on with? Dante Fox, a.k.a. our AR Fox, apparently. AR Fox, Dante Fox, and his brother, Killshot, are currently in a feud. And the whole idea is that Dante Fox was left for dead when Killshot and him were in the army. And he wants revenge on his brother. So that's going to be something very interesting to watch, how that all plays out. And I'm pretty sure they're going to have a crazy match this upcoming season. The Lycan Azteca Jr. displayed some very aggressive tendencies this past season, ever since Rey Mysterio got hurt or attacked by Matanza. And now he's basically dead because he got chokeslammed through the bleachers, or he's going to be out for a while. I look forward to seeing what other dark path he goes down. I love the moment that he and Black Lotus and the Black Lotus Triad had, where Pentagon Dark, another awesome character, had that match with the Black Lotus Triad, took on all women. and then got his arms broken by Black Lotus, and then now the Dragon Azteca Jr. Awesome continuity from season 3. Because no, season 2. Season 2. Because then Ultima Lucha Dos, season 2. Pentagon Jr. broke both the arms of Black Lotus and the Dragon Azteca Jr. And Karma came back and bit him. They came in and broke both his arms. So now Pentagon Dark, Pentagon Jr. is out as a result. We have Dr. Wagner Jr., who is working with Famous B. 423, get fame. I love the fact that the crowd is chanting 423, you suck. 423, you suck. Love that. But him, Brenda, and Dr. Wagner Jr. and apparently Tejano are going to be a thing next season. Love what they're doing with Worldwide Underground. Love the work with Jack Evans, PJ Black, Johnny Mundo, and Taya. As long as Johnny Mundo stays the world champion, you best believe they're going to be around to make sure he keeps that belt for as long as they can. You know who also I liked? Sammy Callahan, a.k.a. Jeremiah Crane. Love his work. Love what he's doing with Katrina. Love what he's doing with, his stuff with Ivelisse. By the way, didn't talk about her yet, but I love that we already announced an Ultima Lucha Tres match between Katrina and Ivelisse at the beginning of the season. At the beginning of the freaking season, we announced Ivelisse versus Katrina. That's pretty fucking cool. That's awesome. I love that. And they're already building to it. Ivelisse got hurt, but in the meantime, she's spending time with her boyfriend, Jeremiah Crane, a.k.a. Sammy Callahan. And Crane is, he's a bastard. He is a bastard because while he's dating Ivelisse, he's secretly trying to get with Katrina because he's been in love with Katrina for the longest, and he wants her love, and he's going to do anything to get her love, including fighting Mil Muertes. But unfortunately for Jeremiah Crane, although he beat Mil, Katrina isn't in love with Mil. She's in love with Phoenix, if I'm not mistaken. She loves Phoenix because Katrina secretly wants to live forever, and Phoenix is basically immortal. He can live forever. No matter how many times you kill him, he'll rise from the dead. Speaking of Katrina, the stuff between her and the chief officer of the police, the story goes that Katrina, the reason why she's immortal is because she has an immortal amulet, and she only has half of it. Now, if she gets the full thing, she'll get the full powers of it, and the chief officer has the other half. The bosses of Joey Ryan and the boss of Joey Ryan and Agent Reyes or Cortez Castro has one half the amulet, and then the other half is being held by Katrina. That's going to lead to something at the end of the season. That's going to be crazy. I look forward to seeing where that one goes. Lamac will get his chance to fight for the World Championship against Johnny Mundo when we come back. Looking forward to that match. Marty DeMoth, love his work. Love the match between him and Killshot. I forgot when it was, but the Weapon of Mass Destruction match was one of my favorite matches this year. So far, top 5, if not the best match that's happened in Lucha Underground Season 3 so far. Amazing match. Classic for sure. Mascarilla Sagrada has broken away from Famous B and is currently working with Who's he working with again? I'm trying to remember. Was it Son of Havoc? Yeah, it's Son of Havoc. He's working with Son of Havoc. Don't know what they're doing with Son of Havoc yet. Haven't seen him around all that much, but we'll see what happens with him. Oh, yeah. And the stuff with the White Rabbit Triad, Paul London and his crew. Love where that's going. Love that little quirky 3-man team. Really enjoying that. That's going to be really cool. Looking forward to seeing what they do next season. Of course, Rey Mysterio, the king, the legend of the tempo. Love what he's doing. I think that's everybody. I'm pretty sure we got everybody. Talked about Black Lotus and the Black Lotus Triad. Dooku, Hadokiri. Ivelisse, like I said, is injured because she's out. And basically doing a storyline with Jeremiah Crane, which will lead to Ivelisse and Katrina at Ultima Lucha Tres. Cobra Moon's doing her thing. Mari Posa is currently involved with Marty DeMoth at the moment. That's going to be a crazy storyline. Not a lot of stuff with Taya this year, but she's basically helping out Johnny Mundo, keeping the belt. But we'll see what she does in the upcoming future. I I guess the only person I'd like to talk about is Dario Cueto, who I believe is one of the best heel authority figures in wrestling, period. He's not Stephanie McMahon, who goes out there and just runs her mouth and doesn't even know if she's a good guy or a bad guy. Oh, no. There's a lot more complexity behind Dario Cueto, and I love what he's doing. I love the fact that he's just this man obsessed with violence. He just loves violence. Ring the bell! Love it. He can't get enough of it. He just loves the violence. The Councilman Delgado and the Lord really just taking it into the utmost craziness, and I like what they're doing with the Cage and the Gauntlet and the Lord. And then, of course, the chief officer, I think it's Captain Vasquez. That's her name. Yes, Captain Vasquez has the other half of the amulet that Katrina wants. So, can't wait to see them tie in. Love me some Melissa Santos, great ring announcer. Like the commentary work with Matt Stryker and Vampiro. And, yeah, I think that's everybody. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else I missed. I think I got everybody for the most part. Yeah, man. I think I got everybody for the most part. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and see. We're gonna go ahead and see if I did everything. I think that's it. I think that is it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this live stream. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here because there's nothing else really to say about Lucha Underground. Lucha Underground is amazing, and love this season. I am proud to be a wrestling fan because of it, and I look forward to seeing them do great things, amazing things in the near future. Have a good break. Can't wait for you to return season 2017, summer 2017. Excuse me. But give me your thoughts about season 3 in the comments. What is your favorite part of the series so far? Favorite match? Favorite person? You guys take it easy. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your time. This is your boy, Alyx Man, signing off. You guys have a good day and a great Friday night. Peace out.